Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And here we have an article from the Market Watch. I will leave it in the description down below so you guys can check it out. So a part of this article actually quotes the light shed report from Walter Piecyk. So I want you guys to check out this article. There's a lot of good quotes in there. I just want to pull a few of them because in the previous video, I had gave very similar commentary, but there's just something in here that I think is a bit too drastic. Even maybe some might even consider it desperation. So the title of the article is Verizon stock has had a tough year. Is a drastic shape up in order? So recently we saw Manon get pretty much fired. You know, the wording publicly was she stepped down, but you know, she was pretty much let go. So what I said in a previous video, Hans Vestberg is the one that approves everything. There is nothing that the company does that he does not see across his desk. So he approved stuff that Ronan Dunn has done. He approved stuff that Manon wanted to do or has done. But, you know, a lot of that, I can guarantee you a lot of the moves that both of them may have wanted to make, Hans likely shot it down. So, and you know, the guys over at Lightshed are correct. They're what possibly could Hans Vestberg do to change the trajectory of the company at this point? So I'll just read off this quick quote here. Vestberg is the CEO. Consumer is the largest contributor to revenue and profits. Presumably, he approved the moves of Brulette and Ronan Dunn, who preceded her. This was already his responsibility. It's also unclear how Vestberg directly running consumer will generate new ideas. And they are right. So I wanted to point that out. They are absolutely right. He has been in charge. He's been approving the moves that they have made. It's been his responsibility. So if he had any ideas back then, they could have already incorporated it. But nothing came about. And if the moves that we saw from the consumer group, let's just say hypothetically, those were already Hans Vestberg's ideas, I mean, then forget it. You know, they're already saying it in that Lightshed report as well. They're not confident in Verizon Consumer. They don't believe they can gain any organic growth. So what they're saying, what that team is saying, the drastic shakeup could be is that Verizon buys Charter. So I think that is a wow. That is a very desperation move, if you ask me. You guys have heard me say it in several videos. What I think needs to happen, Verizon needs new brand identity. They do need, I still think there needs to be a price drop. $5-10, maybe even include taxes and fees. So you can, the consumer wants to feel like they're getting a deal. So if you can include taxes and fees, maybe lower your pricing of all your plans, $5-10, I think that's a part of it. I think that's the biggest part. But there's going to have to be some new marketing. There's going to have to be some changes to the retail side, right? They got to keep stores open longer. I think they have to bring back some commission structure to get employees motivated again. It's the whole package. You can't just make one move and expect everything else to follow. It's the entire package. So you got to do that, and then you got to fix your customer service. If you're wanting organic growth, you're going to have higher volume of calls in the queue of your customer service. You got to fix that. That has to get fixed. And if they don't make any of those changes to that larger extent, then I don't see them having a successful organic growth engine, even heading into Q1. They are going to have to make a drastic shape up, but it can't be buying another competitor, because Charter, with their MVNO model now, in wireless, they're a competitor. You have to include them in the run rate. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. Vesperk, that has been his responsibility. And he's now all of a sudden saying, I'll just do it myself. For example, that's not going to work. Taking on that attitude, that's not going to work. Right? And I don't think buying Charter is going to work with their current model. They would just add another brand to the mix. Yeah, they would get the customers, but those customers could leave. They could be free agents, go to another carrier. So I also don't think that solves the problem. Verizon has a bigger issue at the core. It's perception, it's brand identity. They have to fix it. T-Mobile already hijacked the network story. Look at where the perception is heading. Look at how people are talking just amongst each other. That's going to be tough for Verizon to overcome in terms of T-Mobile claiming the 5G leadership and everything else, right? So now they have to pivot in a different direction. You can still include that the network is better, that it's bigger, but leave the premium out of it. Drop the pricing a little bit. Maybe include taxes and fees. Rearrange your marketing. Get your retail involved. Get them motivated. Get them inspired. And then you can attack the market like that competitively. But right now, there's just no sign of life in that company. They're creating fake energies at these events. People don't even want to be there. And it just looks bad, in my opinion. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to the channel. Follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Life. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.